Hello, everybody. This one is going to be an interesting one. And it's primarily going out to brothers because the Spirit's made known to me some things, and I have proof. I have five different versions of the Bible here to go from. But what's happening, and this has to do with financial or wealth responsibility. Um, and the church always likes to use, and you know how people, um, and I'm talking like this worldly church thing that's going on, not the church meaning us as the church. I mean like a organization or a physical building. Um, when I say that, I'm not talking about us, like the real meaning of the church. But what they like to do is they always, from what I've been seeing, they love to go to First Timothy 5:8, and I'm gonna read this and just I'm gonna go through 5 different versions here, and just listen carefully to what I'm saying, okay, before I talk about this, because I want the truth. That's why I do these things. I'm not even going by my own, like, what I think or it has nothing to do with what I think because I don't really know anything. These things have been made known to me. I'm not anybody special or anything like that. I'm just providing the truth to you as it comes to me and when the Spirit tells me basically to share this kind of stuff. So let's go to this is the Bible I use most of the time. It's the NIV version, and it's a student Bible. I've had it since like 1992. But let's go to First Timothy 5:8 in this. And it says, "If anyone does not provide for his relatives, and especially for his immediate family, he has denied the faith and is worse than an unbeliever." Okay, now that's the NIV version. Now I've got um, basically the CJ, the complete Jewish right here. You go to that, and this version says, "Moreover, anyone who does not provide for his own people, especially for his family, has disowned the faith and is worse than an unbeliever." Okay, so that's the Jewish version. Now I'll go to, I have all, I had to get this ready here. This is the New Revised Standard Version, and that says, and this is what I got for, back when I was confirmed, but I don't really believe all that stuff anymore because that's not biblical. But anyway, this one says, "And whoever does not provide for relatives and especially for family members has denied the faith and is worse than an unbeliever." So that's that version. Then we'll go to the message, and the message says, "Anyone who neglects to care for family members in need," I'm having a hard time with this word, but r- repudiates the faith, that's worse than refusing to believe in the first place. So that's the message. Then, if you really want to go way back, I have this Bible here, and this is I'm not sure exactly. It says Holman edition, but this is really, really old. Um, it's from 19 this is from 1902, okay? 1902. You go here, and this says, "But if any provide not for his own, and specially for those of his own house, he hath denied the faith and is worse than an infidel." Okay, and that's from 19. This is probably one of the oldest ones I have. Um, okay, so that's what, one, two, three, four. That's five different versions. And did you notice something? Every single one of them said anyone. It did not specifically say a man. And what these churches are doing are going to using this verse to basically make specifically the male, the man, be financially responsible for everything. That's not true. I've just read five different versions that says anyone in every single one of them. So, um, and I understand, I know the man's supposed to provide, but provide means a lot of different things more than just financial. Okay, it can mean all different kinds of things. Um, but what I'm saying here is, and there's another thing I wanted to add to this. There's a lot of verses which I'll put after this in this video. But okay, if you go to, Proverbs 31, which they always say, I'm a Proverbs 31 woman, you know how they, let's see here. Okay, Proverbs 31:16, and this is the wife of noble character. Says she considers a field and buys it. Out of her earnings, she plants a vineyard. So what is that saying? That the woman can also provide the financial, like it's right there. And then it goes, if you go to 24, she makes linen garments and sells them and supplies the merchants with sashes. Okay, so basically what I'm trying to say here is it's not specifically the man's job to financially provide, even though that's what all these churches are saying. The woman can do it as well. It can go either way. Um, and but what I'm not saying is that the man can just be lazy and do nothing. You have to work. You're responsible for working. You can't just do nothing. You can't be just sitting around watching movies, watching sports, playing video game, all that stuff that's meaningless in one way, shape, or form. Like you can fix things around the house. You can you work in the yard. You can work for God doing, you know, there's all different kinds of things, but you can't be lazy. Well, basically, what I'm trying to say here is it says in the Bible, in all these versions, anyone can provide financially. Now, what I want to do here is, I've been studying some of the Dead Sea Scrolls, and this gets even deeper, okay? Um, and And then here it says, and I don't know if this is what the version is, but they found all these laws and practices from way, way, way back in these Dead Sea Scrolls, okay? And technically, this is what is supposed to be happening here. Um, this one says, they despise riches and their communal life is admirable. In vain would one search among them for a man with a greater fortune than another. Indeed, it is a law that those who enter the sect shall surrender their property to the order, so neither the humiliation of poverty nor the pride of wealth is to be seen anywhere among them, since their possessions are mingled. There exists for them all, as for brothers, one single property. Then another, a Jewish historian, he says, they neither buy nor sell anything among themselves. Each man gives what he has to whoever needs it and receives in return whatever he himself requires. And they can even receive freely from whomsoever they like without giving anything in exchange. And then the other part says, first of all, then, no one's house in his own, in the sense that it is not shared by all, for besides the fact that they dwell together in communities, the door is open to visitors from elsewhere who share their convictions. Again, they all have a single treasury and common disbursements. Their clothes are held in common, and also their food through their institution of public meals. In no other community can we find the custom of sharing roof, life, and board more firmly established in actual practice, and that is no more than one would expect. For all the wages which they earn in a day's work, they do not keep as their private property, but throw them into the common stock and allow the benefits thus accruing to be shared by those who wish to use it. The sick are not neglected because they cannot provide anything, but have the cost of their treatment lying ready in the common stock so that they can meet expenses out of the greater wealth in full security. So this is how we're this is how things this is beautiful. This is absolutely beautiful the way that God intended this to be, but nobody does this. It's sad. Nobody does this. People, um, everything you think is your own. You save things up, you save money up for years and years and years, and have this stockpiled savings accounts and all these things, while other people are sitting out here starving or don't have a home. Other brothers and sisters. I mean, it's horrible. When if you were, we were just following the way that God intended this to be, we'd all be helping each other, so nobody would be rich, nobody would be poor. We'd all be content with everything, but nobody does this. And this is from the Dead Sea Scrolls. So this is how it's supposed to be working. But unfortunately, um, nobody does it. um, I would love for it to be this way, where you trade things with each other. If you don't have money, you work for somebody to trade for food or whatever, all these things. And I don't know how or if it would ever get to this point unless we were all just done and in heaven ourselves. But I don't know. I just wanted the spirit basically. I've been thinking about this for a while. I didn't necessarily want to do this because I know people are gonna go wild because you believe this and you believe that, but this is from the Bible. This is from the Dead Sea Scrolls. This is not just me coming up making up stuff. and I just wanted to prove it to you and throw it out there. So I have a bunch of other verses too that I wrote down, um, like 12 or 13 more. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to have them go after this so you could take a look at them, and double check. And, you know, this is just providing, um, the truth. And, you take it as it is, investigate it yourself. Whatever you need to do, I'm just providing this information so I don't I hope I don't get like a million attacks for this, but if I do, whatever. Because I know that this is the truth. So I just wanted to provide this for you. I hope you all have a great rest of your day and God bless you.